All right, here we are with another mathematics video, and we are, oh, no, here's this Excel screen. And we are going to be working with substitution, okay? Solving systems of equations with the substitution method. And this is when you have two conditions, two equations, and you're going, oh, you can't see that. And you're going to find where do those two equations intersect on a graph. Where is it? What is the solution when you have x and y being the same thing? Okay, so when we rewrite our equations, we want to be able to rewrite them into x equals or y equals form. So I'm going to start by copying down the equation. 5x plus y, which is the same thing as 1y, so as a reminder, equals 14. And then negative 4x minus 6y equals 20. So looking at these, the system is kind of tricky. So I'm going to draw this visually. So first I'm going to start with 5 x's. X, x. Okay, so I have these 5 x's right here. All right, and then I'm adding 1y. Okay, and then that all equals 14. Okay, I'm not going to draw 14 little boxes, but for this is 14 little boxes. Okay, now let's look at the next equation. Negative 4x. So instead of having 5 positive x's, we're going to have negative x, negative x, negative x, negative x. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I have these 4 negative x's minus 6 y's. So those are all negative 6 y's. Okay. Negative y, negative y. Y, negative y, negative y. Okay, so this is 6 negative y. And really this would be a plus when you think about it. When you add a negative, it's a negative. And that's equal to 20. Okay? Which this is 20 boxes right here. All right, so this is how you would visually draw out this equation with the 5 x's being right here and the 1y being right here. And then on this side, the negative 4 x's being right here and the negative 6 y's being right here. Okay, and that's just the visual representation. All right, now let's continue on with the substitution method. Well, I'm looking at my two equations, and I realize that this one has 1y by itself. And remember, our goal is to get 1y by itself, one variable by itself. So I'm going to work with this equation. 5x plus y equals 14. I want to balance this equation, so I have y by itself. So to do that, I need to take away 5x. It's positive, so I'm going to be subtracting 5x. And because whatever I do to one side of the equation, I do to the other side. So I'm going to do it to this side too. So we have y equals 14 minus 5x. And if you're confused about this whole balancing thing, let's take a simpler equation. 2 plus 1 equals 3. Okay? If I want 1 to be by itself, I need to subtract 2 from each side. And I'll have 1 equals 1. And that's a true statement. All right, it's a similar thing over here. Whatever you do to one side of the equation, you do to the other side. So now I have what y is equal to. Now I'm going to substitute this new equation, or this new expression, into my previous equation, right here. So let's rewrite that equation. Negative 4x minus 6y equals 20. Now I'm going to substitute that in right here. negative 4x minus 6 parentheses 14 minus 5x is 20. All right. Now imagine each of these y's is 14 minus 5x. Okay. So I'm going to need to, whatever I have here, I'm going to need to make it multiply it by negative 6 so we can have negative 6 of those y's. All right, so let's do that now. Negative 4x, negative 6 times 14, negative 84. Okay, negative 6 times negative 5 is a positive 30x equals 20. So now I need to combine like terms. I have x's, and then I have just numbers by themselves. I'm going to go with the numbers by themselves first. So I'm going to add 84 to each side. Just as a reminder, just like whatever you do to one equation, you have to do the other equation for them to still be equal. So that cancels out. So I have negative 4x plus 30x equals 4 plus 20 is 4, 104. Okay, now my next step is to combine my x's. So negative 4x's plus 30x's is 26x's equals 104. I know in my head 25, so now I need to get x by itself. So I have 26 x's. Imagine I drew it out 26 times, but instead I'm going to, and then I need to find out what one of them is worth. So I'm going to need to divide both sides by 26. So x is equal to 4. All right, here we have this answer. Now we're going to substitute it back into our original equation. I'm sorry, our previous equation and find out what y is. Really, we could find it out by doing this, just substituting it in here, but it's better to use the original equation just to check if you made a mistake. So, negative 4x minus 6y equals 20. I know that x is 4, so it's going to be negative 4 times 4 minus 6y equals 20. Multiply that, 16 minus 6y equals 20. I want to balance this equation, so I'm going to subtract 16 from each side. Now I'm going to add 16 to each side, aren't I? So you got to check your work. So negative 6y equals 36. Divide both sides by negative 6. So I have y equals negative 6. So there's my solution. 4, negative 6. Now I'm going to check it by substituting it back into one of my equations. So x equals this, y equals this. We had 5x plus y equals 14. So I'm going to do 5 times 4 plus negative 6 equals 14. 20, sorry, you can see that. 20 minus 6 equals 14. Check. This is the correct solution. So my answer is 4 and negative 6. You write it in parentheses with x coming first. Okay. 4, negative 6. Awesome. All right. Thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Hope this video helped you with solving the substitution.